Good afternoon. I'm Ted Cruz, and thank you for joining me at today's Space Innovation Summit. Thank you all for your dedication to ensuring that the United States remains the most globally competitive country innovating in the space industry. To see the progress that America has made since the beginning of the space age is nothing short of remarkable. From the first man on the moon to the creation of the first reusable spacecraft, the Space Shuttle, to spearheading the creation of the International Space Station, the United States has and continues to push the envelope in space exploration and innovation. We have, in less than 100 years, taken space from an unimaginable dream to a tangible reality. And what is more, we have democratized it along the way. Of course, as a Texan, I have the honor of representing many of our space professionals, both those working at the home of manned spaceflight, the Johnson Space Center, and beyond at the many commercial space companies based in Texas. In the United States Senate, I've been the leading voice for maintaining and for strengthening American leadership in space, and for leveraging the burgeoning space enterprise to improve the lives of Americans and to inspire new generations. A little over 2 years ago, in May of 2020, NASA, in conjunction with SpaceX, successfully sent American astronauts to space on an American rocket from American soil for the first time in nearly a decade with the SpaceX Crew Dragon space capsule. More recently, NASA, Boeing, and United Launch Alliance successfully launched the Boeing Starliner crew capsule to the International Space Station and returned it safely to Earth, successfully completing the final step in certifying Starliner to carry humans to and from space. These successes and the repeated successes of the Commercial Crew Program, more broadly, exemplify the importance of partnerships between government entities and the commercial space sector. And they show the incredible promise of American innovation in the final frontier. These mutually beneficial partnerships help advance American technological innovation, keep the United States leadership in space strong, and are a good value for the American taxpayer. And we can and should do more to foster and promote these public-private partnerships in space. But Houston, we have a problem. Nations like China are actively, and often recklessly, pursuing a strategy of total dominance in space, in low Earth orbit and beyond. Whether through the testing of anti-satellite weapons, the debris fields that threaten both humans living and working in low Earth orbit, as well as access to space more broadly, or efforts to steal advanced American spaceflight technology and intellectual property, our enemies' pursuits undermine American stability. They harm our economic competitiveness and ultimately will weaken our technological and military advantages to the benefit of our adversaries and the detriment of our allies. It is crucial that the United States unabashedly pursue a strategy that bolsters and strengthens our national space program, creates a favorable environment for the establishment and growth of the domestic commercial space enterprise, and ensures that our technology and talent and human capital remain on the cutting edge. America can and should involve our allies in these efforts as well, as we are already doing with the Artemis Accords. But there's no substitute for American leadership in space, and we must always be mindful that it is continued American innovation on this front that makes that leadership possible. It's imperative that we foster an environment, both economic and regulatory, that permits our space industry to chart the next chapter of space exploration and to innovate and add value with minimal interference from the do-nothing bureaucracy. as we push forward in our exploration and settlement of the final frontier, we must renew our commitment to America's leadership and indeed dominance in space. Achieving this will require a bold vision. It will take diligent, thoughtful effort, and at times it will require some sacrifices. But to paraphrase the great Gene Kranz, I firmly believe that what Americans will dare, America will do. And we are capable of rising to the challenge. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.